Here you go, my love. Now plug your phone in here. So you can have some juice too.
Is that thing working?
This one, it's plugged into your thing.
Okay. Just check when you plug it in, make sure it works.
I need the phone.
I guess you do.
Or maybe it's not. Did you have an issue with this one?
It may not be plugged all the way in, or I haven't been using it, so.
Oh.
What's it, like 65%?
61? Don't forget to stop at the office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, make sure the work of that. Wood they put in.
Okay.
I have to check my chips.
This is a check for Whippoorwill.
How'd I wind up here?
She told me she was going to have it sent here. Hello? Anyone there? Do I have to start all over again?
Yeah, the cable is just not plugged in.
Oh, okay. It's not functioning these days.
It's functioning now.
Oh.
It wasn't plugged in. Shut up. I know I didn't do it yet. Freaking Nader.
Freaking who?
Nader. Nader. My mother used to call you Ralph Nader.
Oh. Okay.
New Horizons.
Well, hello there. Long time no see. Where is everything?
My what thing?
I'll find it. It's all enough by Water Messenger. There it is.
I got a little geese.
Little baby geese. Aw. What a cutie.
Good morning, Sue.
There's Rob. I just messaged him. He's going to get a message from your phone and be like, what the hell is going on? Daryl.
Daryl's here.
Yeah.
SK just came in.
SK. How do you like the way boost? I have to watch your videos still.
Well, we don't have the way boost on this.
We don't have the. We had the truck last week, and we'll have the truck next week. But on the way home last week, it seemed to do pretty well.
Yeah, it got wonky, one time?
Yeah, one time, but that was it. So far, so good.
Daryl, you didn't have any problems during your travels down through the States, did you? Heard from somebody that a lot of Canadians are nervous about coming to the United States. There's
Too much uncertainty.
There's no reason for that. They're not going to expel Canadians, especially if they're here with illegal passports doing touristy things.
Yeah, it depends on your carrier. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we use Verizon.
Who's got bullshit?
Bullshit, that means that they didn't have any trouble, or?
You're tired of that crap, you said. Yeah, the Canadians won't come down to the United States.
Yeah.
What do they? I said, what do they do? They think the world's gonna blow up? Like,
No.
what, they get like bullied or picked on for something?
Application to become the 51st state. I mean, some of the things our president has done has made me scratch my head. That's one of them.
No issues at the border, and we were met with open arms.
Good. Okay.
That's the way it should be.
That's comforting.
We had people apologize for Trump. Oh, jeez.
Like I said, there's some things that he's done that I've scratched my head about, and that's one of them. So, I guess it makes sense to him.
I don't know what that person was talking about, though. But other than that, look, I'm sick of that crap.
Yeah, he's kind of shut up about it. He's got bigger fish to fry right now.
SK's driving in their RV. Where you going?
Like with the motorhome? Are they singing? We're free in my RV.
Every post I see like that, I call them out.
Okay. So, where are you going?
Where you going, SK?
Had the truck overheat in Nevada. It's usually hot there.
Yeah. That's why you carry extra.
Should have went over to Hurricane, Utah. Just saw Matt.
Matt. Schmatt. Matt.
Matt Wetzel. Better known as Matt's Barbie Off-Road Recovery.
It was cool that he got to go see the truck cabin guy, though. No, not there, babe.
Only 114.
114 what?
Maybe it was 114 Celsius. Should have been 2.
Oh. It's 114 degrees Fahrenheit?
No, that wouldn't even heat. That wouldn't even be close to boiling.
Well, maybe that's what the temperature was in Nevada.
Oh, the temperature in Nevada. Yes, it's been. The West Coast has been like
Brutal.
It's 65 degrees here at 12:04 in the
On June
afternoon.
1st.
On June 1st. I had a coat on.
Happy June 1st, people.
It was hot. Yes. I've been using the heat in the trailer every night.
Yeah, because we're getting down to the low 50s. So we got a little bit of a late start this morning.
And do a major flush on the black tank.
Yes.
It needed it. Oh, they're going to a state park for a day trip.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun.
Okay. So,
Are you driving, SK?
well, yeah, actually, Bob should be answering. If he's not driving, then he becomes the official answerer.
Because of the overheating, we drove till 10 p.m. and woke up at 3 and left. I'm looking at this.
Why don't you look at the other phone?
And left to drive from Nevada home 17 and a half hours. Wow. That's crazy.
But should you have Caden and the dog with you, pal? Be nice when he can help drive.
Let me Tasha drive. Move over, Dad. I got this. Apple cider donuts. Apple cider donuts. surprised what them puppy dogs can do when you're not looking. Just Caden.
What is he, like 13, 14 now? Be getting his driver's license soon. My son gets his in August.
Working on the videos and the blog. Blog. Yeah, what's the driving age in BC? That's
16.
16?
I don't. That's how I know it's 14 in Iowa. 15 in Missouri.
Missouri.
Well, okay.
Was disconnected briefly. What did I miss? We wanted to know who was driving.
Who's driving your old RV?
Her son.
Her son. Oh, okay.
Now, how are you supposed to learn if your son is driving?
He hasn't been out for a while. You know, you got to learn how to crawl before you learn how to walk. He'll fix you. You'll get to the state park, break out all that beer, get all drunk, and okay, Mom.
Now you got to drive home.
Now you got to drive home. Burp. That's right, Jim. Don't worry, if it fit there on the way there, it'll fit on the way back.
She's like, I'm not driving home.
We received a push message, whatever the hell that
For the
is.
bird feeder.
Oh, the bird feeder. The birds are going.
Where the
hell's our food? She goes away for a weekend. It's like a smorgasbord there. $20 a half pallet.
Daryl's going to do Alaska next year.
In the summertime or in winter?
I hope he's smart and does it in the spring before the mosquitoes get really bad. Then we'll have completed the West Coast. Watch. Yeah, if you go in the spring, the mosquitoes won't be as bad.
Summer, you nuts. Well, if you go in the wintertime, you don't have to worry about overheating. Just got to make sure you can plug the truck in someplace so the engine block doesn't freeze.
It's not a diesel.
Doesn't make any difference. Spring or summer.
Yeah.
That should be an awesome trip.
Very funny. You could be like that truck cabin guy.
Yeah, the truck cabin. I guess if you live up there, you can get used to anything.
If it's all you know. I mean, they start getting snow in like September.
Yeah, but so does Montana, and so does North Dakota. You know, they say those states up there can snow anytime before or after the 4th of July. It's just, you know, the weather has just been so weird down here.
No, not that guy. The truck cabin guy. The guy that you said was cool. The one that lives in Alaska.
The guy that built the house on the back of his 1 ton.
Yeah. Tomato.
Tomato. On his 1-ton tomato.
SK looked at a B yesterday, long and hard. And what did you think?
Mm-hmm.
He was, the truck cabin guy was in Flagstaff.
You told us he was at Flagstaff. Yeah, that guy.
Rob says we're not there yet.
No, we're not there yet. We just left. Where the hell have you been? You know, you should pay attention more. You know, you are the moderator on duty, you know?
Duty.
I mean, Daryl's here too. But
I think Daryl's only kicked like one person out ever in 5 years.
well, that's okay. Well, we made him a moderator so he can post the stuff because he's special. Plural of cactuses, cacti, with an I on the end.
Cacti, C-A-C-T-I.
I guess you don't have too many of those in Canada.
He's blocked people by accident.
Who did that? Was that
Bree did that to Bruce.
Did it to
Bruce. Integra Ethos 20A. What we will have to do...
Well, did you talk to them or did you just look at them? I mean, you know, because just looking at it is like, you know, going to the candy store and go, boy, that looks good. I can't eat it and maybe leave.
Cactuses is also accepted, he says.
Is it cactuses?
Cactuses.
Cactuses. Man, I've always heard it to be cacti.
Drove to Breeze to pick up his hats, but she wasn't home.
Where was she?
Was she out tootling around?
What the hell? How dare she not be there when you show up unannounced?
Did you fetch her door?
That was really funny.
Oh, tornado. Okay.
She was
or the other baby. It might have been the other baby.
Have to stop for the temporary topless stop.
Temporary topless light? What'd you say?
Temporary
topless.
Stop lighting it. Now we have to sit here for 90. Now we have to sit here.
The trailer was in the barn.
Put the door on? Never mind.
That's what I thought I heard too. Temporary topless traffic light.
What?
Look at all the white people there. They weren't too interested in helping us, but that was okay because we got to spend time really checking it out without them breathing down your neck. Yeah, they're fixing the bridge. It's supposed to be like an 18-month thing.
I can't believe it's going to take that long.
That's what I read.
Because they've got the sides done. They got this side done.
Yeah, now they're working on the left side.
And the other side, the base is in. So...
maybe they're ahead of schedule.
See where? It's a county road. And they did this to another bridge down here a ways. And it really didn't take that long.
That one guy works and 5 guys watch. Yeah. It's usually how it works. SK wasn't interested in that particular model because it had the pop top. I thought those were cool. I think I videoed a few of those at the RV show 2 years ago. They had the pop top on them.
Yeah. The problem is like anything else, right? The minute that it gets wet and it's time to go,
Yeah, then you gotta dry it
then
off.
you have to go someplace. You got to go and dry it all out.
SK, go back into my videos from 2 years ago at the Camping World RV show in Lakewood, and I did a couple of B pluses or Winnebago B vans in there. You'll see them.
They're B movies.
B movies.
Only old people understand that. What's a B movie? I can't believe I have a freaking ant in the car.
Yeah, just keep your eyes on the road. How about that?
Freaking ant.
Oh, a hole in the roof. A hole in the roof.
Yeah, there's a hole in the roof that you use to push up the thing, and then it's got canvas around the outside.
But there are 28s without the pop top, so we got to check out the rest of it. Pop tops are great for the few months it's roasting hot and dry. The rest of the year, it just sits closed and developing canvas rot or funk. Your name is Ant? There was an ant on the dashboard.
Where the hell are these ants are coming from all of a sudden?
'Tis the season.
I guess we'll have to deploy the ant traps in the trailer again.
Why, there haven't been any in there?
I don't want any in there.
Ay, Daryl, do you have any siblings, Daryl, or are you an only child? I don't think I've ever asked him that question.
Van Lightning Adventures.
Yes to
This is your life.
Yes, you do, or yes, you're an only child. Oh my God. Smack. Daryl's Speedo's too tight today. Cost is prohibitive.
Is that that same ant?
Yeah. 95K and far away from us. $95 bananas. Bananas. That's just nanners. Bananas. Daryl has a half-blood brother, Todd, and a half-blood sister, Leanne, as he is adopted. You have one brother you grew up with, and then on my mother's side, he has a half-brother, Nick, and a half-sister, Morgan. Wow. Now we know all about Daryl. AAD. Oh, your biological mother's side, okay. All about Daryl. Daryl. And his other brother, Daryl.
That would really be funny.
Todd, who was older than me, just had a baby.
Well, I'm sure that his girlfriend had a baby. He was probably there for the important part. Road closed ahead.
Yes, he helped, he says.
What the hell? Detour.
Detour. I don't see no detour. It may not be detouring today.
Maybe they're gonna fix this hole.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Get the fixing.
It is. But it's not in effect today.
No. Nobody detours on a Sunday.
Yeah, I bet you they're gonna fix this.
That would be awesome because that's a pain in the butt.
And not only that, but it like fills up with
Water, yeah.
All of a sudden, off-roading.
This gas station's open again?
It is.
Wow.
It's been open for a while.
I know they closed it for a while.
Guy must have his shorts right or something. Like on the right.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Do the wiggle dance. Some haze from the Canadian wildfires. But it's a beautiful day, she says. Daryl's niece is 22 now. Yeah, are you lefting or are you...
They're all lefting.
Or lefting?
Which is fine. You're allowed to left.
You just don't like riding behind motorcycles.
I don't like riding behind motorcycles, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes you have to. These guys don't look like they're idiots. They look like they're casual Sunday riders. Okay, they're all going to go in the right lane, so I will use my opportunity to let them have a clear rear view. Harley McDavidsons.
They are. And they're making a right.
Are they?
It's what he said.
Yes, yes.
He put his directional on. I don't know. I guess they're going down to Batstow.
They're going to Batstow.
Are we stopping for ice?
No.
Duncan, yes.
No fresh blueberry milkshakes today.
Zoe. Daryl, do you have Starlink Mini? I think he does. He just got it. I could be wrong. No, Gen 3 better reception. Okay. Fine, be that way. I can't ask you any questions then.
Look, it's a cat channel.
It's a kitty cat channel. Instagram, All Purrs Rescue.
Facebook too?
Facebook too. All purrs rescue.
No YouTube.
Flat man. Flat man. Because he's a flat kind of guy. I didn't say fat, I said flat. The puppies are chasing the cat car. It worked amazing where he was. Amazing.
Well, she's thinking about buying one for the trailer because
we lost our Wi-Fi at the campground.
Dopey.
Here we go, Dopey.
Campground lost its Wi-Fi because the company went out of business. The Wi-Fi company, not the campground. And if I have a criticism about our campground is that when some piece of infrastructure goes out, it's usually like watching it
in slow motion.
In slow motion, you know, molasses running uphill in a Canadian winter on a really cold day.
Get Wi-Fi and charge people to use it, he says. No, because they all got their own little thing that they use, so we were probably the only ones in the entire campground that were using the Camp Link.
Which worked well. I mean, probably because we're the only people in the campground.
Yeah. Besides almost having a fire through the power connection day one of our trip. You just weren't like having a good time, were you? Still nope, Rob, nope. Did I say nope? I think I did say nope.
I think you did. And the funny thing is that all the transmitters are still on.
Yeah. You can connect, but it won't give you any internet. Which is kind of weird. Replaced. Had no issues after that. Replaced at your cousin's shop in California. Well, there you go. See? So he overheated and he almost had a fire. As long as those were the only two things that you had a problem with, then I guess it was okay. I was half toying with the idea of getting the Starlink Mini, only because the monthly data plan was only $50 a month for 50 gigs of data, and we kind of figured out that I only use between 12 to 15 gigs a month during the summer. And it can be paused and unpaused.
Yeah, but I read something in one of those other things. You can pause it, but it doesn't stop the monthly charges. They still charge you.
Yeah, but I think they prorate it.
I don't know.
I read something about prorating. He used 120 gigs.
For 2 weeks. But he was using it every day.
Yeah.
And so see, she only really, I mean, the biggest thing she does is a live stream on Friday, you know, and that's and moderating for Robert on Friday. So,
which, while we're coming down here, is only really a half an hour, maybe 20 minutes by the time we get everything all set up. So maybe it's even less than 12 to 15 a month. Maybe it would be more like 8 to 10.
I don't know. She downloaded the app.
We checked for obstructions.
That's right. It's kind of like there's a lot of trees in the campground, but there's one clear shot to the north, but there's no satellites there.
If you start
They're all
June
to the
1st, the 1st is now set. If you pause and start on the 15th, in a month you are prorated. Yeah, that's why I was looking at it, because they had it was only $50 a month as opposed to, $150 or $200 a month, which is like outrageous. Especially if you're not using it a lot. It's just the initial cost of the equipment that's a big penny. Kathleen, are we there yet? Where are the snacks? Move over. Stop touching me.
Don't make me pull this live stream over.
How's Kathleen today? We're used to traveling, but it wouldn't run off a power bank. So I have to have it plugged into the truck and then run the power bank to charge the truck. You're cutting hay. Hey.
Because it's time to feed the horses. And the foals.
He always does that, Rob. He, steals the snacks. The thing with the 20A is we wouldn't have to get a newer car. But with the current RV, we have to get a newer car for the chase vehicle. So we have to figure in those costs and compare. Bluegrass. Horse hay is next. SK does not have snacks. They're in this.
You have a whole motorhome with you. You don't have snacks.
Yeah. How do you go on a day trip to a state park and not bring snacks?
The boys ate them all.
Probably. They're stopping at Walmart on the way.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure you can find snacks.
They have a lot of snacks in Walmart. Besides, she wants the snacks that Rob has. Well, just take the bag out of his hands.
Give him a slap on the wrist.
Right? Something.
Give me those.
You have to share. And y'all better be wearing your seatbelts, too.
Probably red Twizzlers or something.
You better have your seatbelts on.
Today is Father's Day?
No, it's not Father's
the
Day.
19th.
It's not Father's Day, Tim. Twizzlers and root beer.
Yeah. Unless they have a different fall as Father's Day in Louisiana. I don't think so.
I know, right? Pick up some small bags of Fritos. We'll make walking tacos. Yeah, you just put all this stuff in the bag with the Fritos.
Oh.
Imagination land. Today is Father's Day in Imagination Land.
It's not even the 19th this year, is it? No, it's going to be the day before the Masonic award ceremony.
Yeah. So the 15th.
15th. That's all right. You're early, Tim. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Slit the bag up the side, add taco meat and toppings, and enjoy. That's right. It's not Father's Day weekend, Timothy.
Tim.
What the hell?
Check your calendar.
Right? Oh, the Father's Day is the day before the scholarship ceremony that I have a thumbnail up for.
Yeah. We're going to do our scholarship ceremony.
So you'll get to see we'll be at the lodge that Monday night. The 16th.
The Grand Master of Masons from the state of New Jersey will be there. Woohoo!
Daryl said Happy Mother's Day. First he said Maple Mother's Day.
Well, that would be Mother's Day in Canada, right?
Yeah, Maple Mother's Day.
Or in Vermont. Because we all know Vermont maple syrup is better.
Yes.
Sorry.
Apple Maple Mother's Day to you too, Daryl.
Lots of motorcycles today.
All the sickles ever.
Bunch of trikes.
Daryl, please keep your smoke up there. It's getting thick down here.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of it yet.
I heard we had a fire. Is that what that smoky stuff is?
Well, I was going to go around this guy, but unfortunately, someone else took my spot.
Canada's annual slightly warm spell. 140 fires. Wow. That's crazy. SK's driving through construction.
And your son is driving.
Yes. She said it's really tight. Oh, good. They finally got this shit right. Good. Back to normal. Thank you. Most of Manitoba is burning. It's awful. I should look into that. I'm still recovering from 9 states. Rob has 3 young teenagers set fire to a bedding store the other day. Middle of the business day.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. They enjoy watching mattresses burn, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yes.
Like I said, there are just some people in the world that's all they understand is a beating. You get arrested, you go to jail, you go to prison. It isn't until they go to prison that they probably get a beat. And not by the people that are running the prison either.
Because they are grade A, 100% prime asshole.
Did they catch them?
Daryl said they went to Alcatraz.
Did you really? That's a cool place. I've been there. Now they want to refurbish it,
Yeah.
open it again as a prison. I don't think Mr. Trump has looked at the cost of that. Because that's why they closed it in the 60s, because it was like
Falling apart.
well, it started out as a military prison in the mid 19th century, and the concrete, everything was getting soft. That's how they got out. So
They hung around to watch it, apparently. To watch the fire. Duh.
hello, lads. What do you know about this? Oh, we said it. Moo.
Moo. Only one moo over there.
One moo.
There are 2 kids under 12 starting fires in Kathleen's city house town. They caught them and are throwing the book at them and their parents.
Well, they can throw the book at them all they want, but they're still 12-year-old juveniles. Parents, that's another story.
Daryl had fun with a cop, he says.
You did? That sounds like a story.
It does sound like a story. I think Daryl has a story.
Somebody agrees with Trump. I just think it's a lot of money to upgrade a really out-of-date facility. There's other choices.
Hey, Alberta.
Hey, Alberta.
How are you? Happy Sunday.
Sometimes you just
Caden
gotta...
has a bully, and Caden hasn't done anything back. This kid would sneak and do stupid things. I told the school this needs to stop before it escalates.
Or before Caden kicks the little kid's ass.
And she's joking about the guy. We were waiting to hear about Daryl's cop story.
Yes. It shows that martial arts is giving him some discipline, though, Daryl. I mean,
Yeah,
proud
from the
of
old
him
back like
because
that.
a kid, doing whatever, all he's got to do is turn around and hit him once. That's it. It's going to be...
I told the kid to stop or Caden would beat the shit out of him if he wanted that. So the dad showed up at my door.
Oh!
All hamster-like.
Hamster.
I laughed and told him to get lost. Hamster-like.
Yeah, because I could kick your ass too, old man. Look, you know what? We'll sell tickets.
Tell your kid to leave my kid alone.
Because you really don't want to find out what's going to happen. If I tell the kid, if I give him the attack word. It goes back to my original statement. Some people, all they understand is a beating down. I saw it in 30 years. In and out, in and out. And at one time, they took a swing at a cop, and that was the end of it. He got the beating he normally deserved, and we never saw him again. I ain't going to mess with them guys.
Please tell Daryl to tell the other dad that we aren't talking to him. Yeah, right. Finally, the kid pushed too much by breaking his sunglasses, so Caden and a friend attempted to cut the brakes on his scooter. On his scooter.
Oh no, that's that. Caden just should have turned around and just smacked him.
He has permission to kick the dad's ass with the kid watching.
That would be. I'd sell tickets to that. That would. You know what that would be? Content. And that kid is going to continue. It was a long, long time ago. And this kid was just harassing me, bothering me, doing it. Finally, one day, I don't know what he did. He hit me, did something. I turned around, and I wasn't, known as being violent. And it took 3 kids to pull me off of him because I was choking him so much he was turning blue. And that was the last time a kid ever bothered me.
Yeah, because he didn't believe you were going to do it.
And then the word got around the school, and a lot of other people decided they weren't
going to bother you either.
Don't get that kid mad. He'll kill you.
Holla! Thanks for joining us today.
Howdy, holla.
Rob says, Daryl. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There's more to this story. Hold on. I missed it. The boy crashed, and Daryl got a call from the cops. So he sat down and started off. I told her to stop. I said, you need to listen. This is the whole story. And she said he crashed. I said, wait, why did he crash? Diane.
Howdy, Diane.
From a beautiful church service to Kat saying Caden can brat someone's ass. No BMWs yet. We haven't gotten to the parkway. We're not even at Duncan yet. She's got a late start. Daryl said, why did he crash? And she said, how? Have you cut the brake lines? I said, I have, as I used to freestyle bikes, and they're not hard to cut. So attempting the cut is one thing, but you have no witnesses to this. We have Duncan. Alberta has Duncan on Vancouver Island. It's known as Drunken Duncan.
I don't think it's the same company.
I forgot Alberta was in Canada.
Yes. It's one of the provinces.
No, Alberta.
Oh, Alberta. Alberta.
That Alberta, yeah. So, Daryl said this kid crashes all the time and sits on the curb crying. So you can blame his stupidity on my son. So now you can finish this. What he did was wrong, and I agree, but he didn't do anything. But the kid cutting his own brakes and blaming Caden is also wrong. So maybe we need to look into that. How about keeping this shithead away from my son before he knocks him out? She said if he was old, he would go to jail. didn't cut the brakes. He provided a free lesson in vehicular control in adverse conditions. It was a civil service. I said no, as no proof, and I would also fight this as false information. Oh, Rob said he didn't cut the brakes. He provided a free lesson video. Okay, that's right. Alberta changed her name from Alberta, like the province, to Alberta due to having 13 birds. And I've always lived in BC, Canada. So does Daryl there, Alberta. Or he lives in, no, Vancouver, I'm sorry.
That's BC.
Okay. So there, you guys are neighbors then.
You know, you didn't pay a lot of attention in school, did you?
Look, I paid attention to U.S. geography. Alberta and Daryl are neighbors. Okay, got it. The school was like, we agree with you and haven't heard anything else. And the police told the kid to stay away from Caden and Caden to stay away from the kid.
Okay.
Caden said, I don't like him. Why would I want to be near him? For the first 9 years of my life, then moved to Vancouver Island in 1977. Been here since.
The chickens are out today.
Look, Chicken Town's open today. All the chickens. Hi, chickens.
You had to put a fence up though to keep them away from
The road. Yeah. It's been interesting. So the kids started taking pictures of Caden. So I filed a police report. Now we have had no issues at all. Diane says, forget Duncan, she wants ice cream.
So go into the freezer and take the ice cream. Oh, wait, they don't have snacks yet. They haven't been to Walmart yet.
Right. Hollis says being a kid's rougher than being on YouTube.
You know.
Do you get bullied when you're on YouTube?
Some people do.
I don't.
That's why they're called trolls.
Yes.
That's why they can get hit with wrenches.
I haven't had a good
Don't.
in a long time.
Well, that's because you put that thing on. You have to be a subscriber.
No, actually, I don't use that often. Why? I've had trolls send me super chats to mess with me. Remember that?
Yeah. Moo. No moose.
Where are the moose at?
In the back, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, they're way in the back,
Way in the back,
back. The other field, yeah.
Moo. Can't hear us. Too far away.
At least your kid can earn a patch or two. Yeah, right. The moose were way in the back of the field. Like they looked like little pencil dots. That's how far away they were.
I guess he moves them around to keep the grass
cut. Yeah. I guess even if you didn't start the fight and you knocked someone out, and be held liable. So, and where he is.
Yeah, well, that's the way.
Rob, you're talking entirely way too much. I suggest that you shut the hell up. He's not really saying anything. Larkspur. What's up there, lady? Busy setting up a press interview. What? Have to go help Caden build a draw for his cables. Okay. It was a crappy day yesterday because of the weather. Thunderstorms and wind and all that great, wonderful stuff that we've been having here since it hasn't really even. I mean, it's freaking June 1st for crying out loud. Like, how about start acting? It should be acting like it. Yeah, and we had that tornado watch Friday night too. So, what?
It was nothing. I noticed out only, but I always look. Because you never know.
Not much is going on in the great state of Kansas. Okay. Christopher! Always a Duncan when I join the chat. What's up, Christopher?
Yes, can I help you?
Yes, can I have a large frozen French vanilla
Large frozen with French vanilla.
and a small black hazelnut with 1 Splenda?
Small hard coffee black with the one Splenda.
Yeah,
Hazelnut.
hazelnut, please.
Hazelnut, okay. Anything else?
That's it now.
Full of please.
Thank you.
Alberta, I think he's got a. There's a guy on Instagram that I watch that's got. He can do 6 octaves, but his talking voice is like super low, like really low. And he sings and stuff.
La 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 la.
Prepare for slow Susan and her ordering. Christopher went for a long hike, super tired, wanted a hot shower, but we have no hot water. Well, what the hell, Christopher? Check out Dimash. I'll have to look him up.
Thank you, ma'am. Here you go, dear.
I will have to check him out. Fee, fi, folks. Some people better be hitting them thumbs. Hit that thumbs up before,
And after.
before.
Oh, 66.
So, yeah. The initial equipment charge of Starlink is... I mean, we have 30 days to return it if we need to.
I just didn't like where we did the app, and most of the satellite indicators were to the north and the east, and we have like large trees right there.
Well, that whole hole is open there.
But there were no little dots in that little hole.
Maybe we have to spin around another few...
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Have straw, please.
Look at that awesome cat up top. Look at that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye now.
Maybe we have to spin around another
300.
300 times or something. I don't know. A few of his songs are Be With Me as soon as you also have to listen to Tamashi. How did that antenna work on your truck? Yeah, I'll definitely check that out, Alberta. So far so good. I mean, we don't have the truck this week, but we will have it next week. And you were in the chat last week on our way home, I think, from the campground, so it seemed to work better. Ah, Duncan in the tummy. Duncan in the tummy. Yay. So far, so good. Nobody has actually like come up to ask me like, you know, what the hell is that on my truck. So
The only thing we have to do is figure out a way to take the truck through the car wash.
yeah,
I think I have a solution, but
Alberta never had Dunkin' Donuts. I don't think they have that. I don't think they've gotten any further than Ohio. You guys have Tim Hortons up there.
Tim Hortons.
No, that's Red Robin.
I know.
I had Tim Hortons twice because they have something similar to the drink that I get at Dunkin'.
It's good.
Yeah. Tim Faust from Home Free has a 7-octave range. Most of his songs are 7 octaves. Wow.
But all of their songs are a cappella.
Yeah, all their songs are a cappella, I think.
Mm-hmm. As a group.
Red Robin, yum, 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 mama. But Alberta, I have a very important question to ask you.
Bum.
And you might have been there for the debate and we didn't know it, but I have to ask you anyway.
Bum.
When you get a sub sandwich, do you prefer the oil and vinegar on the bread or on the meat? That was the question of last week. On Monday, actually. Monday.
That is an Airstream.
Mm-hmm.
An Excel. That's an old.
That's an old one. Oh, she doesn't do oil and vinegar on subs.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Diane, please tell Rob that that I said to stop the presses because he's not talking to Caden's bully's father. She's a plain Jane girly at heart for foods. Me too. Like, although I do have to admit, like, I won't, if I have, like yesterday, I had liverwurst and Swiss, I won't put anything on that. That's plain Jane. But if it's like roast beef or ham or turkey or something, then I'll have oil and vinegar and oregano. No lettuce or tomato or mayonnaise. Because mayonnaise is illegal.
Corn chop.
Diane's like, here we go. Look at how busy they are. They're busy.
Yep.
The corn stop is busy. Please note how Sonia doesn't offer to buy anyone else a coffee. And how the hell am I going to get it to you? She loves spicy ramen and roast beef together.
That's an interesting combo.
Yeah. Mayo. Christopher had chili mayo on his sandwich today. What are you eating, man?
Chili mayo.
Chili mayo.
He just told you.
Rob has been to the corn stop. Yes, he
Yes,
has.
he has.
She said it's a delicious combination.
We bought
Wow,
some.
look at this guy does not. What is going on with this car in front of us?
Oops, I'm dead.
Oops, I'm dead.
That's what it says.
Oh yeah, oops, I'm dead.
I
don't know. IDK! Exclamation point.
That's a question.
Question mark.
That's a question mark.
He doesn't have enough stickers. We need to put a sticker on his bumper. He's got a skeleton on the left side. What the hell is he carrying on the roof? He's got a moving carpet, some bags, a tarp.
Yeah, it's got
He's got a 10x10 up there, I guess. What? He's very top heavy.
It's a Subaru. It's also very slow.
He's from Pennsylvania, no wonder.
There's more on the side.
What's he got on his? Oh, you can't see.
I don't know, because I got in this lane to get away from that guy, and the guy to behind me is going slower than this guy. You jerk.
Lots of green healthy stuff topped with chili mayo to make it a little bit less healthy. Alberta does an extra spice package in her ramen and puts lots of roast beef in it. And pig on out, she says.
Pig on.
That'll be her dinner tonight. Maybe he was kicked out of mommy and daddy's house.
I guess we'll never know, because
You're getting behind these slow
keep
people.
behind these people that won't let me get on one side to see what else kind of interesting, stupid things this guy has written on his windshield, so he can't see.
Watch it be a girl. I'll die laughing.
Bye.
Well, that was interesting. See, you never know what you're gonna see when you join the Drivestream.
What the hell are they doing here this weekend? Holy mackerel. Oh, is this the Renaissance Fair?
No, that was last week.
I think maybe it was, I don't know. I don't see anything going
Or
on
2 weeks ago, I should say.
here. Wow.
Oh, is it maybe?
I don't know. I don't see any tents.
No, that was... Damn it, can't get a bandage to stay on me for over 10 bloody minutes. What do you need a bandage for, lady? What are you doing up there?
Yeah, we're just having one of those days. Flea market's open.
The flea market is insane today. Holy crap. Hey, we made it back. Yay.
We think.
I think. Looks like I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Watch the road.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It actually came back this time.
I don't understand. Why did this little lane stop?
Last time it didn't come back. This time it came back. Ay, 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 ay. In 14 different languages. Wow. 14 different. That's. How do you keep track of all that? That's a lot to remember. 14 languages. I don't think my brain is big enough for all that. Nobody else hit the thumbs up. It's free. You should do it. Been training since 5. Phew. 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 So how are the birds? Are they birding, Alberta? Kazakhstan. It's different there, yeah. Definitely. So this week, instead of being behind a spacecraft, we're behind a bighorn.
And it's not a little bighorn either.
No, it's a big bighorn.
But I don't think I'm going to cars.
We're doing cars this week. Why did you pick cars?
Because they did trucks on the way down. Damn. I think it's
The cute little cheeky thumbs up. No, Christopher, no. That's not what we said. Little bighorn. Look. It's a bighorn. Look. But it's not a little bighorn. It's a big bighorn. Christopher is such a dirty bird, that man, I'd say. Between purple winkies and what did he say? Horny horn. A little horny horn. Uh, no need to chase this one. Yeah, exactly. He's like, it was lagging. Yeah, okay. You did get a new budgie 3 years ago when one landed on your neighbor's head in his front yard one day. The bird just randomly landed on his head. That's how my manager at work got his one parakeet. The parakeet landed in his backyard and never left, so he kept it. He had that bird 11 years, he said. It's pretty funny. Christopher, stop. He named him Sky. Like, what's the likelihood that your bird, that a bird is just gonna like land on your head? Like, that's pretty funny. Same to you. Christopher Olsen from Sweden. Actually, Alberta, he probably heard through the neighborhood that you were the lady to see because you had other bird friends in your house. So he wanted to come and live with you. Maybe he was lonely. He refuses to leave the cage, I think. He was an escape pet as we listed him around the area. And someone did tell us to keep him as they didn't want him back. Aw, that's sad. Sherry, where the hell you been? Sherry, what's going on? 2 more weeks till they make their maiden voyage, she says.
Where you going? Where you going? Where you going?
Are you taking us with you? Christopher, Sherry, Christopher's like, Sherry, where are you going? We need to know. Barney is almost 5 years old. Are you going to take us with you? Where are you going?
You have snacks?
You have snacks?
You have ice cream?
Ice cream?
SK requires ice cream.
No, Diane wanted ice cream.
Oh, Diane wanted ice cream?
Yeah.
Right, disregard.
Rob needs an adult coloring book, though. And Christopher needs whiskey, so.
You making a list?
He was 6 months old, as you couldn't even really tell his sex yet. Okay. Christopher wants pear ice cream? I've never heard of
Paired with what?
pear ice cream. Never heard of that.
You can make any type of fruit ice cream. I've never heard of pear ice cream.
We have questions, Christopher. Do you put pears in your ice cream? And whiskey, too. Just put the whiskey on your ice cream. Sherry, you better make room in your suitcase for me. Going to Maumee Bay State Park in Oregon, Ohio. Yep, we always have yummy snacks.
So she's going to Linda Land.
I don't think Oregon's anywhere near Linda Land. Linda Land is near.
No, I thought it was something Ohio.
Oregon, Ohio. What? That's the name of the town she put, Oregon, Ohio.
Okay.
Diane wants spumani and a cannoli, please.
Spin.
Alberta wants banana ice cream. Oh, see. Christopher says pear ice cream is great. We use pear to flavor lots of stuff in Europe. It's by Toledo. Oregon is by Toledo. Diane's like, there's a bay in Ohio. Oh, and Sherry's got adult snacks. Okay. Sherry just needs to come to New Jersey. We'll have cannoli in New Jersey.
They could go to M25 too.
Oh yeah, they could go to M25. They could come to NJ25. But because her husband's going to be hunting that weekend.
I thought you were talking about Sherry.
Yeah. Sherry's husband's home.
Oh, Sherry. Oh. But a different Sherry.
Rob's like, there's an Ohio in Ohio? Maybe. Pay attention, Rob. I already asked that. Alberta's brain went to adult toys, not adult snacks. Ah! Is there an England in England, Rob? Sherry, we missed you Friday night. You would have been cracking up laughing. We were having a good time Friday night. When isn't your mind in the gutter? I'm a dirty old lady, you know this. Sherry has yummies and gummies and adult beverages. Would anyone mind if Rob tells a story about how I didn't drive a race car to a church? Both of questionable existence. Diane would like to hear that story. She's like, I'm married, not buried. Alberta would probably be really fun to hang out with, too. Oh, there's Mr. Bighorn. Christopher Bighorn. You did miss Friday. It was a good time. You'll have to rewatch it. There's 2 parts. I had to start over halfway, most of the way through, but I had to do it in 2 parts on Friday. Adult gummies. Also, Rob is watching me on the made-up big screen with 90 other completely imaginary people. And how big is the screen, Rob? Like 5 feet by 4 feet? Like, how is that? 7 Corvettes by 5 Corvettes. Her husband, Alberta's husband, got pulled over in the 70s with a trunk full of weed, and the cops could smell it. They asked what he had and where it was, and he said he had a roach in the ashtray, and they destroyed it and let him go. Wow, we didn't even check the trunk.
Can we open the trunk?
No. Oh, man. With his
Although the rules might be different in Canada.
Yeah.
You can ask them, they have to open the trunk, and they can tell you no. And he'll say, well.
With his 77 Trans Am, trunk full of weed and bricks. Full of weed bricks. Oh my God. Oh, it's all the big. It's like the biggest ever, the biggest big. That's crazy. That's a great story. I think that's like right up there with the SK stories. Diane, do you need me to make you an appointment with Pasta Rob? Pasta. Not pastor, pasta. It still took Alberta's husband 27 years to convince her to try weed for pain relief. I was 50 the first time I ever tried it. Their Larkspur says Smokey and the Smoky. That's a great story. Sherry's husband has never smoked weed. Well, you got quiet all of a sudden.
Me?
Yeah. Jim got really quiet.
I was just thinking about the Trooper LaMonica story about the car full of marijuana. He stopped a car on I-80, and you could, smell the marijuana. So he goes to can I open the trunk? Guy says no. Says okay. Well, he knew his bearings, and he knew that the local municipal judge lived 5 minutes away. So he called the judge and asked him, "Can you come out here for a probable cause hearing and give me a search warrant?" So the judge dutifully gets in his car and he drives the 5 minutes to the expressway where he's going to stop. And he says, "Your Honor," he says, "I want you to tell me what you smell." He says, "It smells like unburned marijuana, trooper." He says, "Okay." He says, "I'm asking for a search warrant. Search this car based on that probable cause." It says, the judge walks over to the guy and says, "Open the trunk." "How do I know you're a judge?" "You don't open that trunk, I'm going to hold you in contempt, and the officer's going to arrest you immediately, and then he's going to open the trunk anyway." Okay.
We're just gonna have a roadside court hearing here.
Hey, it worked, right? I mean, the judge is just as much of a judge on the side of that highway as he is in his court. You know?
Alberta's late father, when he was a teen, made his own cannon on a rowboat and set it off at 4 a.m. in the morning on a local lake. It blew apart and echoed through the city. They never figured out it was my father. Alberta never smokes weed. I use the oil only, and I only use it when I'm in agony. Christopher says weed is illegal in Sweden.
That's because they signed that same treaty as the United States and the Netherlands and 136 other countries. That's why they can't make marijuana universally legal in the United States. Only the states can do it. Bet you nobody knew that. Well, I learned that when I went to the Marcia Shea Academy.
Weed is now legal in all provinces in Canada.
Right, but not in the whole country. Because they signed that treaty too.
Oddly, judges are suddenly less available when it's their turn to buy around. That's what Rob said.
That is true. Somebody hit the barrel.
Sweden is extremely hard on drugs, but we also have some of the highest overdose rates.
I don't know. I never had. I mean, you deal with marijuana. We locked this.
At least
kid.
it's on that side.
Yeah. Wait. They locked this kid up for driving while intoxicated, and we're doing a search, and they came up with this little glassine envelope with this little like a purple pencil lead in it. And I knew it was bad. I didn't know what it was. Luckily, the narcotics guys hadn't got home yet. And I called up and he said, "Joe, can you come down here? I got something. I'm not sure what it is." He comes down and he says, "Congratulations, that's LSD.
LSD.
Don't touch it.
LSD. God.
Don't take it out of the package. Book them for it, put it in another glassine package, and have them send it to the lab. But don't you touch it, because you'll have an interesting night."
So that stuff goes right through your skin then.
Yeah. Well, the first time I ever saw that.
Rob's never understood people who smoke fish. Have you ever tried to roll up a fish in a cigarette paper?
Dum-dum.
Wah, wah, wah. Now that doctors don't prescribe narcs anymore, not even to people like me who actually need them to function and move, what else can people do?
Well, I agree. That the narcotics, oxycodines, and all of those wonderful painkillers. They are wonderful painkillers. The problem is if you're not properly supervised when you take them for pain. They're extremely addictive. Well, plenty of people that have been addicted to painkillers, and it goes back a long way.
Diane has been on oxycodone for 25 years. Christopher!
What do you say?
He's such a dirty bird. He said, Diane, I don't need weed to be hungry or horny. He says. Purple Winky Man over here. Diane's like, me neither. Oh my God. Alberta's hoping that with this new diagnosis of stiff person syndrome, they can give me better meds. Yeah, how do they treat that?
I don't know. I've to be honest with you, I've never heard of it.
Celine Dion has it.
Okay, good for her, but
good for her.
But I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know what the symptoms or anything are.
You said good for her.
I mean, it's probably like any other disease. In the beginning, they treat the symptoms.
Rob would like to see me on LSD. I'm highly entertaining on moderate painkillers.
Was that you?
Yeah. Even as a newborn, my body fought off adult dosages of meds. Even fentanyl doesn't work on me. That's one thing you don't want to mess with. One little granule of fentanyl, it's like too much, yeah. Christopher hasn't seen the purple Willie in Robert's chat again. He's very upset by this. He probably realized what you said there, Christopher, and it was just like, yep, can't show the purple dinosaur anymore. They gave Diane fentanyl patches in the hospital, then gave her morphine. Neither worked. Alberta says it's severe muscle contractions and spasms to the point where you can't swallow or talk at times.
So it sounds neurological.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I remember reading the article on Celine Dion having it, and it affected her. She couldn't tour for the longest time because she couldn't sing.
There's got to be a treatment for it. Preface this that I'm not a doctor. I just watched it on television, but it sounds to me like a type of medicine that they would give to somebody with Parkinson's might work, where it controls the tremors and stuff.
Alberta was on fentanyl patches for years and they didn't do shit for her, so they had to also add other meds. It's a neuroautoimmune disease. 1 in a million get it.
Great. So, I'm assuming there's some sort of treatment.
I mean, if they know about it, obviously there would be something like that.
I mean, because
muscle relaxers, maybe.
I don't know. Is Celine touring again? I thought she was.
Yeah, she's She was on she wanted to tour, and obviously she couldn't. I think she's finally doing not as many as she was, but it affected her voice for a while, and she had to retrain. And I think I forgot who interviewed her, but there was a video on it also. She's got a great voice. Alberta froze in place with her legs shaking yesterday. Husband had to move her onto the walker and push her to the bed. Rob read an article on Celine Dion. In retrospect, I should have sat on the chair. What are they doing here? Paving?
Fixing the bridges.
Fixing the bridges? How dare they?
Well, it's either fix the bridge or end up in whatever
This is
bridge
not a
goes
bridge.
over. No, they're fixing it back there, and then
They just kept on going.
Well, I think they're taking the opportunity to reset. Say they're redoing the base of this.
Yeah.
So they're probably just taking the opportunity to do those while that lane is closed. Redo the concrete. They do spend them. I will say they spend the toll money out here to keep the road in good shape.
Yeah, I never heard of it until Celine Dion did that interview. Remember, keep an eye on your right-hand side.
Well, we're not in the. I'm in the right
yeah.
lane now, so
Doesn't mean they won't come up the shoulder.
Well,
And that was the Parkway. We haven't gotten to the Parkway.
hell no, never Parkway yet.
We're getting off onto the Parkway in the next 2 miles.
No.
Oh no, 4
This
miles.
is only 11. It's only 10.
4 miles.
Our speed limit's optional on this road. No,
There's
they enforce them, but it's what the state police look for more than speed. If the whole area on the road is doing 80 miles an hour and they're all spaced out, and that's how fast they're going, they won't bother them. It's the guy that's going from the right lane to the left lane to the right lane and cutting everybody off, or using these tiny little spots. They're the guys that they'll stop. But like I said, right now, I'm not gaining on the car in front of me, and I'm doing 79 miles an hour. Right now, I'm going to slow down a little bit. So that's what the traffic's moving.
Diane says, take it properly. The meds are safe and effective. She can go days without her pain meds with no problem, but once the pain starts, I have to take it, or I will be unable to walk.
Yeah. Like I said, it's properly managed. They're wonderful drugs. And it's that other thing, right? There are some people that are just, it's in their DNA or it's in something that makes them be able to get addicted to something, and other people don't. My grandfather was a notorious alcoholic, nasty, mean, beat up his wife. Once he stopped drinking in 1958, he never took another drop, and he lived until he was 91. And even if he went, no matter where he went to the dentist, went to the doctor, they wanted to do something, he would start out with, now I'm an alcoholic, so you be careful about what you give me. And that was until the end of his life. So, but nobody else in the family has that problem. My brother doesn't have it, my sister doesn't have it, I don't have it, none of my cousins have it. So, knock on wood, but they can't explain that. And it's almost like an addictive personality. I had a partner who was an alcoholic when I was working. He quit drinking because he was a functioning alcoholic. He could, you know, he would go to bed, he would get up, he would go to work, right? But if he wasn't out the door and home by 10 minutes after 11, he was in trouble. So he gave up drinking, got the cure, but then he became addicted to other things, walking. And it's like we'd find him out in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, walking around town. You know? So
maybe he had to find something to keep his mind off of the original problems.
Whatever it is, but I just would.
Some people have that, just that addictive.
An addictive personality.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, let's see. My mom, Rob wants to know how many times my mom escaped this weekend. Well, considering that I have like Amazon packages coming today and tomorrow, she'll probably be escaping a lot. But so far, I think she may have only escaped twice, and I caught both on camera. So, but she didn't go too far.
Well, a therapist told her that she needs to get up and walk outside and get some fresh air.
Yeah.
She'll
throw garbage bags out. I'll catch her doing stuff on the camera. She'll put the garbage out. She'll pick up.
Weather get a little much nicer. We get a chair. She can sit outside and watch me. But the bird. Sonia has this bird feeding station outside the house. The birds won't come around if there's somebody out. I mean, I'll walk out the door, and the birds will like, what am I going to do to you? Eat. Get the birds down the shore, down at the trailer.
They'll come around while we're sitting outside. They'll come around,
sitting there. We had 2 hummingbirds dive bombing each other yesterday.
Christopher's like, so you're saying speed limits are optional as long as you don't drive like an asshole?
Pretty much. Or you're in, I mean, we used to get testy. Like, I was, I was a policeman in the municipality where you had wasn't just all expressways. And, we would get complaints from the residents that people were going so fast, so we would do enforcement in those areas. And then there was a couple of places where people would just go too fast, and the speed limits were clearly marked 25 miles an hour, and
they do it up and down my street all the time.
Yeah, and I would have this place that I would sit next to a speed limit sign, so they couldn't complain to me. And I would give them 40. They had 41. You were mine.
Alberta's father was a raging addict for most of his life. And then he found God and stopped it all that day. No issue. Sherry says, Christopher, there's roads around my area in Ohio that we call the Ohio Autobahn. There's speed limits, but a lot of people treat them as suggestions. Alberta's got addicts on both sides of her family, but she doesn't have that curse. Yeah, my grandfather, my father's father, was an alcoholic, and neither my aunt nor my father ever had that problem. Of course, he was a drunk womanizer, but so my father kind of stayed clear of him.
See, today there's a trooper sitting.
Yeah, there's a trooper there. Yeah. You can never find him when you need him, though. And he's sitting looking at the southbound side.
Yeah.
What are you honking
I
at?
have no idea. Maybe he thought I was going to come But if I get some cheap gas.
Jim, hey, we're making a pit stop at the gas station. And you know what else they have at the gas station? Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin'. Oh, wait, I already have Dunkin'. Never mind. But this is the cheapest gas in the state.
That we've seen.
Yeah.
And it's very weird because it's out here.
At the Parkway rest stop.
Simple, just take a look.
Over in Sweden, there are speed cameras all over. You get a letter a couple of weeks later with a fine of a couple of $100. To be honest, it's in Swedish kronas, but I translated it for you guys. So it's like you get your fine mailed to you.
Well, we had an experimental 1-year experiment with speed cameras in New Jersey, and there was a bunch of rules and everything about them. And after the year, the legislature passed a law against them because they were finding out that the legislators and the senators were getting caught on the cameras more than anybody else. So they passed a law against them, so we can't have them here. Oh, let's see.
Alberta's mom, all her siblings and parents, all of her other kids, but her dad, his siblings, all their kids, and his grandparents were and are still addicts, and most have records.
Do you have your wallet, your cards available so I don't have
Yeah.
to dig?
You don't want to dig?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you going, Exxon or Shell?
Now I'm going to go to the Shell because we can use that other thing.
Yes.
And instead of 273, it'll be 270.
270. Oh. Wow. Wow, Sonia. Wow. Red Robin. Give me gas and give me now. Judah. Judah. Oh, you're so demanding. Look, there's a big old fat Dunkin' Donuts right in front of your face.
It's a drive-through.
It is a drive. Sherry's best friend in the car is A, her seatbelt, and B, to her cruise control. It took Alberta 30 years to get her first ticket, and it was coming home after her father passed away. And the cop gave you a ticket anyway? That was rude. Do we have gas?
The man's coming.
Beep. Fill a regular, please.
Be snappy about it.
Do it now. Christopher says, I think we have 2,500 speed cameras in Sweden now. The highest fine you can get is $1,000. In Finland, the highest was 121,000 euro. That's $137,000 as a fine for speeding. Larkspur has 3 vehicles and none have cruise control. How is that?
See. 280.
I didn't finish this one yet, Diane. I will have another one later. 280. Why is it 280?
Because sometimes it gives you the credit price and sometimes it gives you the cash price with the discount. Depends on, I don't know. But if it's 283, 3 cents off is 280.
But the sign said 273.
For cash.
And then it should have been
283
283 for credit.
Right.
That's dumb.
It's like I said, on the other side, it gave us the cash price last week. I guess it just depends on the way the computer is feeling.
Larkspur drives a 79, a 90, and a 99. Jeez. If it's seen as a serious crime, the fine is based on your income.
Yeah, I've heard that in several places. They're talking about that here. That fines are based on your income as opposed to the offense.
The CEO of Nokia got a fine for $125,000. It's the same in Switzerland.
Yeah, that's
crazy. Alberta misses cruising so bad. Last time we went was 2018 when Stella was 11 weeks old. So what kind of car is your 79 there, Larkspur? 79 what?
Thank you, sir.
And Tugity. But you saved 42 cents on your fill up today. 42 cents. Thank you. Come again. See, the Exxon station has a Tim Hortons, and the Shell station has a Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, what they're gonna the gas station here.
That's what I said last week.
I think.
Can they put a third one in there? I guess they got the room for it.
Can, or maybe they're gonna do looks like, I don't know, a lot of steaks. Maybe they're gonna put a freestanding restaurant there. I don't know.
Maybe it'll be a Buc-ee's.
No. Not in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Ever. You know why? You know why there'll never be a Buc-ee's in New Jersey? Because we're too stupid to pump our own gas. We have to have Hakeem. We have to have people that barely speak English pump our gas. The first things they learn when they come to the United States is work with their families. Go to them,
Alberta used to go to Alaska or the Caribbean or Hawaii once a year. Diane drives a 98 that she blocks the sidewalk with. I saw pictures. She was blocking the sidewalk.
Why did she block the sidewalk?
I don't know. It was snowy out.
Well, that's one way to keep from having to shovel the walk.
Larkspur has an antique tag on the 79, and we'll get one for the 90 this fall. It's a 79 two-door Cutlass. 81,000 original miles.
Wow.
You go, girl. Alberta's has been sold to 77 Mother of Pearl one-owner Trans Am because she couldn't reach the pedals. What?
All you gotta do is unbolt the seat, move it up one notch, and put it back in.
High beams on the left side of the floor. Yeah. The highest in Switzerland was over $1.2 million, says. Was some ultra-rich businessman who drove 220 kilometers above the speed limit, around 130 over the speed limit. Wow. Larkspur's had it for 21 years and have only put a little over 30,000 miles on it. Tapper's like, dang, what I wouldn't do to try some Buc-ee's. Oh,
No.
she said he wouldn't move the seat for her.
Well, rude.
He said that's rude. Tell your husband he's rude, Alberta. Don't do that. Well, now we're in the right lane, so nobody has an excuse to go speeding past us on the right lane. Unless they want to drive on the grass.
Yeah, because they're doing construction here, so there is no shoulder. And these lanes are only 10 foot wide anyway.
7 foot, 8 foot, 9 foot, up. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Day-o, the day-o. Come, Mr. Dallyman, dallying me banana. Day, day, day. I better stop before Rob yells at me.
Two people put large text in there, and you were day-o.
I was day-oing.
And totally ignoring them.
Larkspur says it used to be the Cutlass until she bought her brother's 99 GMC pickup a couple years ago. Still to drive the Cutlass if the winter weather is slippery. The only car Alberta has now is her 2012 Prius she bought with 16,000 kilometers when she drove off the lot. 16 kilometers. Now it has 140,000. Christopher says old American classics are huge over here in Sweden, the country in the world that has the most American classic cars outside the U.S. I didn't get to sing the Nancy Drew song today because
Nancy Drew didn't come in today.
She did not. So I couldn't sing Nancy Drew on a piece of paper with a marker. It was blue. I couldn't sing that today because Nancy did not come. Larkspur's pride and joy is the 90 Camaro IROC that she bought brand new.
And she still has it?
And she still has it, yes. Yeah, right. My mother did not message me, Rob. No, you're wrong. Alberta used her Prius for a decade in in-home health care. Isn't she cool, Sherry? She's got all the cool toys. She got a Cutlass. My cousin, her first car was a 77 Cutlass Supreme. It was gold. And my cousin had an 85 Camaro, my other cousin, but it was stolen. He never saw it again. Nancy drew on a piece of paper with a marker. It was blue. Rob, we need you to come to the house and change the smoke detector battery. I shall read her message for you. Sonia, do not send. That's why the kilometers are so high. But Horseman's like, that's why I'm not married with kids, she says. She's like, I get to have my toys. Now, here's the big question of the day, Larkspur. Do you do the maintenance on the cars yourself? Then you'd be super cool.
It's such a pain in the ass to change your own oil.
On a 77 Cutlass? No, it's not. Well, I mean, there's emission stuff on there, but
no, just to change your own oil is such a pain in the ass. I mean, what do you used to be able to just get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
Now, you have to collect it. You have to take it to God knows where.
Usually you can drop it off in an auto parts store. They'll take it. We used to take in used oil all the time. I believe Jim can do it. I trust him. Alberta still return Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys books. No, we actually have somebody that comes into the chat. She uses the name Nancy Drew. So I made up a song for her because everybody gets a song. Or a shout out. She's like, hell no, I'm not mechanically inclined. I just drive the cool cars. I don't maintain them. But it makes it difficult to decide what you're driving every day to go to work, It's like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Depends on the weather.
How cool do I want to be?
How cool do I want to be today? Yeah. Oh, look, it's a Porsche. It's a Senor Cable's mobile.
Except this one's gold.
Yeah.
And it's from Florida.
Yeah.
Bridge, yes.
Bye, Christopher.
The new bridge.
The bridge that took 2 years to build the damn thing. Or 4 years, or however long. I feel like it was like half of my lifetime, but,
Cat's in the door.
My cat is in the door. My baby cat's in the door. Bob's bored of the new bridge. You give me anything that is a gadget without instructions, and I can usually figure out how to get it to work. It drives my husband crazy. Every day it's guaranteed that somebody's like, oh, that's in front of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't know what
He's getting out.
he's getting out.
Hi, truck. Hi, baby girl. There's my baby girl.
Oh, he's the pizza delivery guy.
Ooh, the pizza delivery guy. He doesn't look like a pizza delivery guy. All right, peeps.
We have arrived
We're at my house.
in Onion.
Yeah.
Ending stream, the man says.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. It was a fun chat as usual.
I finished my coffee.
Sherry, make sure you're there tomorrow night. It's Monday. You want to see my kitty cat?
Your mother just chased her.
Oh. There she is. There's my girl. She's cute. She's my girl. Alright, we'll see you all later on here. Maybe we should give them like a... Hold on. Wow, what did I do? There we are.
Ready to get work? Hang by your thumbs.
Bye, guys.
Maybe we'll see you on Monday.
Bobby. Bobby's always lurking. See you tomorrow night. Bye, guys. 7 p.m.
Aloha.
Aloha.